Lately my thoughts got me distant. Darker days filling up darker minds. Stuck in this room that keeps spinning, wondering how you been, where you hide. Late night drinking, wishful thinking, what if you were here? Morning.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jeanette, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious lasagna soup. It is so easy, so quick to make, and it's so full of flavor. It's perfect for the fall season, as we're in the fall. So if you love lasagna, but you also love soup, let's just combine the two. So if you guys want to see how I make that, stay tuned. So for this recipe, here's what you're going to need. I'm only going to use a couple of these mild Italian sausage links, along with some ground beef. You're also going to need for serving mozzarella cheese, grated Parmesan cheese, and some ricotta cheese. You're going to need a little bit of olive oil, some lasagna noodles. Today I'm going to be using a little bit of this Italian herbs better than bouillon, some tomato paste. You're going to need your favorite tomato sauce, or you can also use crushed tomatoes. I didn't have diced tomatoes in my pantry, but I did have stewed tomatoes, so I'm going to use this for the recipe. You're going to need some beef broth, a little bit of whipping cream for later, an onion, a couple of garlic cloves, some parsley, and also some fresh basil, along with just a little bit of seasonings, and I'll show you inside the video. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and make our cheese mixture. Now, you don't necessarily have to use this. This is a ricotta cheese mixture. You can eliminate this step if you want to and just add some of the mozzarella and Parmesan cheese into your pot and then top it at the end when you get ready to serve it. So this is an optional step if you don't like ricotta cheese. So all you saw me do there was put in the ricotta cheese, the mozzarella cheese, the Parmesan cheese, some fresh parsley, a little bit of Cajun seasoning. I'm going to go in with a little bit of sea salt, just a pinch of sea salt, along with garlic powder and some black pepper. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite type of soup to eat during the fall or winter times, or even just all year round? So all we're going to do here is finish mixing our cheese mixture. Then we're going to set it in the fridge and let it sit there until we are ready to serve our lasagna soup in the bowl. That's what it should look like once you're done mixing. Mashed potatoes. So now it's time to start on our soup. The fun part, along with eating, that's fun too. So all you see me doing here is I have my Italian sausage in the pot along with my ground beef now. And when I was pulling, I squeezed the Italian sausage out of the casing and it did not look appealing on video. So I left that part out. But all you want to do is brown up your meat, and then you're going to drain it. Once it's done, add it back to your pot, or you can take a ladle and scoop the grease out the bottom of the pot. And then you want to go in with your onions, and we're going to cook these until the onions are translucent. So now we're going to go in with a teaspoon and a half of our beef flavor bouillon. And then we're going to add in our minced garlic. Now you want to go back in and add about a tablespoon of tomato paste. You're going to give that a good mix. Then you want to go in with 2 cups of beef broth. If you don't want to use beef broth, you can also use water. That should be fine, or even chicken broth. Give that a good mix around, and then we're going to go in with our teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon Italian and herb seasoning. That stuff is a game changer, okay? I'm going to let this boil and come to a simmer for probably about 10 minutes or so. Now you want to go in with your tomato sauce. If you don't want to use jarred tomato sauce, you can also, like I said, use crushed tomatoes along with diced tomatoes. But I didn't have diced tomatoes today. I did have stewed tomatoes. So I did want to go ahead and use that can before I purchase something else. So now at this point, you want to taste your soup to be sure either you need some seasonings or you don't need any seasonings. If you are using crushed tomatoes, I recommend that you add a pinch of sugar just to cut the bitterness of the tomatoes. But the jarred tomato sauce, you don't necessarily need the sugar in it unless that's just your thing. And I'm going in now with my fresh parsley along with my fresh basil. The fresh basil is going to give this such a fresh taste. So please use the basil, y'all. Now you want to add your lasagna noodles to the pot. Now you can cook this separately if you want to. You can cook the lasagna noodles separate in another pot and then add that in, or you can just do this all in one pot. So I did mine in one pot, and I did break up about maybe 8 pieces of the lasagna noodles. And just give that a good mix. And then I'm just going to let that cook for probably about another 13 to 15 minutes or until the lasagna noodles are ready. Y'all, this was such a quick and easy soup to make. It didn't take no time. I'm going to say probably like 35 minutes tops. I mean, it is delicious. You guys, please, you gotta try this if you haven't already. And now we're just gonna drizzle this with just a little bit of heavy whipping cream. It's gonna thicken it up a little bit, make it a lot more creamier. Yes, please do all these steps. I mean, just look at that, y'all. How could you not love it? I mean, my husband, he is not a soup person, but he enjoyed this soup thoroughly. And you just serve it in your bowl with your cheese mixture, some garlic bread, and honey, you are in soup heaven. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hang out with me next time.